afternoon, and good night. My name is Mark Fice Jr. This is Become the Podcast. How do you become anything? You dream, you declare, and you commit, and success is your next breath. So I'm running my 3 miles this morning, and I started thinking about transformation, and I started thinking about the process in which people attack transformation. Now, transformation can take the form of a lot of different forms, right? We could talk about transformation within your career, transformation within your personal life, transformation within your relationships. But I'm talking about transformation in terms of changing your body. So let's say, for instance, you want to lose some weight, or let's say, for instance, you want to make some gains. You want to get your arms stronger, legs stronger. You want to get tighter, right? You want to get more cut. You want to get more broad. Whatever the case may be, you want to make a physical change, right? Let's say, for instance, you're recovering from injury, right? Let's say ACL injury, Achilles injury, or who knows, meniscus tear, who knows? Whatever the injury is, whatever the situation is, you want to change physically. How do you attack that process? Now, there's 3 ways in which people attack the process of transformation or transformation of any sort. There are 2 ways that are less effective than this one way. So I'll give you the first 2. Many people attack the process physically, right? They attack the process physically first. They run as hard as they can and hope to make a breakthrough. And what I mean by running hard as they can, they get motivated in some way. Right? Someone motivates them. And we all know that motivation comes from the outside in. And you want to be intrinsically inspired, intrinsically motivated. So inspiration comes from the inside out. So a lot of people get motivated. Let's say somebody was offensive to you, disrespectful to you, or maybe somebody was complimentary of you. Whatever the case may be, it's charged you, it's got you going, and now you want to go take on some sort of physical transformation, right? So a lot of people get motivated, and then they go attacking the process physically. And so maybe they work out day 1, day 2, maybe day 3, whatever the case may be. But here's what we know. Fatigue, exhaustion, muscle soreness, all that stuff is very real. Pain, discomfort, all that stuff is very real, right? And after day 1, sometimes people don't go back because they're saying, you know what, I need to let my body rest. Or after day 2, day 3, they say, you know what, I need to let my body rest, right? And that gives them a reason to not come back, right? Maybe life sets in, or maybe muscle soreness sets in, and who knows, the kids, the job, the house, the career, whatever the case may be, all that stuff sets in. The next thing you know, it's been 3 or 4 days since you worked out again. Right? And so sometimes when we run really, really, really hard and we try to lose all of it in one day, that can be a death sentence to our workout moving forward. So sometimes just attacking the process physically isn't the best option. Another way that people attack the process is mentally. They weigh all the pros and the cons, right? They look at diet, they look at workout regimen, they look at all these different things. They look at, what's the peak time for them to work out? Is it daytime? Is it in the morning? Is it at night? Whatever the case may be, then they attack the process. But here's what we know. The mind will convince you to stop. The mind will say, you know what is all this work that we're doing? What's all this discomfort that we're putting ourselves through? Do we really need this? Is this something else that we can do to kind of be comfortable and feel good about ourselves, right? There's a thing called the limbic system. It's a collection of brain parts in the brain, obviously, and they're responsible for emotion, memory, and behavior. And so every time that we encounter an experience, our brain attaches an emotion to it, sends it out to the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory. And then anytime that we encounter a situation similar to the emotional experience we have locked into our hippocampus, it sends out a behavior, right? It sends out a behavior. It's triggered, and then it sends out a behavior. Now, here's the thing. Our brain wants to protect us from discomfort. Our brain wants to protect us from anxiety, stress, anything that makes us feel uncomfortable. So the second that we feel like we're about to be made uncomfortable, our brain starts telling us or coming up with excuses or reasons why we should go the other way. Listen, last time we were here, we were uncomfortable. Last time we were here, we were stressed out. Last time we were here, we did not feel good. It was not a great feeling. We should just leave now. And that happens when you work out. So even when you are trying to enhance yourself or develop yourself or better yourself, your brain will still play tricks on you and tell you this isn't worth it. This pain, discomfort isn't worth it, right? So we know that physically and mentally, if you attack the process in those ways, sometimes it's not the best way. Here's the most effective way. You have to attack the process. Oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. You have to attack the process with your feelings, right? Spiritually, you have to attack the process spiritually. There, I got it. You have to attack the process spiritually, and from a spiritual standpoint, you're attacking the process. Your spirit feeds off of feelings, right? So whatever you feed it in terms of feelings is going to dictate how your spirit develops. So here's what I mean. If you feed your spirit feelings of being a victor and being a conqueror and being strong and being a finisher and being persevering and being persistent and being consistent, then that's what it's going to feel. Even when it's going through the struggle, when it's going through the rigor of whatever hard work you're putting it through, it's going to feel a certain way. And because of how it feels, it's going to pull your mental and pull your physical along. But if you feed it feelings of doubt, quit, forfeit, then even as you're going through the process, if your spirit says, I feel quitting, I feel forfeiting, then guess what? It's only a matter before your spirit impacts your mental and your physical, and before long, you're just going to find a way to get out of there. So what we want to do is when you attack the process of transformation, you want to attack the process spiritually. You want to examine, how do I feel? 1 second, champ. 1 second. I'll be done in 1 second. Okay? You want to examine, how do I want to feel when I'm doing this workout? I know it's going to be tough. I know I'm going to go through it. How do I want to feel when I'm doing this workout? What feelings do I want to run through my spirit, to run through my mind, to run through my body as I'm going through this hard work? So what you want to do is you want to look at some things, look at some videos, look at some inspirational videos, look at some footage, look at people going through what you're going through, watch the footage, look at their face, look at their body, look at them, break down, then get back after it. Look at them, going through the grind, look at that, observe the feeling and see if you can adopt some of those feelings and imagine yourself going as hard as you can, being tired and getting up the next day and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that and getting after it. And what happens is that little bit of meditation that you'll do to strengthen your spirit, to develop your spirit, to be intentional about getting your spirit, putting your spirit in a certain place, will help you to thrive even when your body and your mind starts to break down. They say you want to crush somebody, you break them down spiritually, right? But it's easy to break somebody down physically and mentally, but can you break them down spiritually? And that's the reasons why people are running through marathons and their body's breaking down mentally. They're completely out of it, but their body finds a way to cross that finish line. Why? Because spiritually, they were strong. Spiritually, their minds were engaged. Spiritually, their minds were thinking of victory, feeling the finish line, and it was able to pull their spirit and pull their physical along. So if you want long-term transformation, attack the process spiritually first, physical and mentally second, and you'll be able to persevere and finish in the face of adversity. With that being said, my name is Marv Fox Jr. Hold on, this is my outro music. You can't hear it, but it's on right now. And so this is when I say, greatness lives on the edge of death, and I am not afraid to die. I will fight for my dreams. I will celebrate my dreams, and I will die for my dreams. And thoughts are things, and everything starts off with a thought first, experience from a place of mindfulness and clarity. My name is Marv Fox Jr. Attack the process spiritually first.